NordVPN to protect your online activity. Safeguarding your identity and data is as important as ever, and NordVPN's threat protection feature can guard you from malware, ads, malicious sites, and trackers. NordVPN allows you to virtually place yourself in over 59 countries worldwide with access to over 5,500 servers, all while maintaining purple sector speeds over the competition. NordVPN also provides extra features compared to other similar services such as no bandwidth or data limits, highest industry speeds, allowing 6 simultaneous connections, and no data logging. Also interested in password management or cloud data storage? Well, NordPass and NordLocker have you covered there too. Check out NordVPN using our link nordvpn.com/AFR with a no-risk 30-day money-back guarantee and use code AFR to get 1 month extra free.
Greetings all and welcome to the second to last round of the Super Formula Championship here at Assetto Formula Racing. I'm joined by Nicholas Shepherd as per kind of usual at this stage. Say hello, Nicholas.
Yo, yeah, what is going on, everyone? I guess this is the penultimate round. Yeah, it's this and Interlagos for the
Technically,
Super
yes.
Formula season. Yeah, so yeah, welcome along, everyone. We are at the Red Bull Ring in Spielberg, Austria, formerly known as the A1 Ring.
Yep.
Great old 10-cornered circuit. Of course, we've got 6 right-hand corners, no graphics, 4 left-hand corners, 2.688 mile lap, or 4.326 kilometer
Wait,
lap.
sorry to cut you off there. The lights are on.
Wait.
And it is lights out and away they go. Mackenzie Thompson on pole position here gets a pretty good start. However, not as good a start as Icebrand as we go down to turn 1. Icebrand has gained a lot of ground on him. Wow, okay, not a bad start from everybody. Everyone kept it clean. I'm just going to go back to pits before I forget, as I usually do.
Yeah.
So,
anyway.
What is it? Icebrand is making a good move there on the outside of Mackenzie. Mackenzie gets a bit of oversteer there. Let's see, can he maintain the lead going down into, what is this, turn 3 or 4? 4, technically. Yeah, down to turn 4. Mackenzie
no
keeps the lead.
For this race, yeah?
It is a reverse championship order for the grid.
Okay.
Mackenzie is the lowest person at the moment in the championship.
Gotcha. Yep, so we're going to have a very interesting race. It looks like Alex Curto already DNF'd, or has he joined late?
Someone got off at the back. Who was that? It was
that looks like a Wild Things Racing
Ray
car.
Bradford. No, it was Simone Ziglio. That was it.
Yeah.
Not a great start for Simone.
P5 and 7 are championship battle of the 2 Warnders brothers.
Yes. P5, yeah.
That is going to be a very critical battle between these 2 races for both of them.
Absolutely. There is only a few points in it, I think.
And how long is this race? I don't see it on the
13 minutes, 33 seconds as Richard goes wide there at turn 1. Someone goes really wide. Icebrand has gone up. Icebrand's lost a truckload of positions there in the background.
No, and look at Diego Bettarini already up to P4 from, I'm assuming...
Probably near last. Or near I don't know what's going on with Diego, but...
Everyone is all over the grid right now. This is okay.
This is pretty interesting stuff.
Half awake right now as we look too wide into what is, I believe, turn 4.
Yeah, as Richard gets the position back, but he also goes deep.
Yeah.
But he holds it together, just about, by the looks of it.
I'm going to mute for a sec.
Okay, so the order is Mackenzie Thompson still out in the lead. Why do I not have any kind of gaps up? Sorry guys, let me fix that. Config. Why is there no a race tower? Oh yes, okay, here we go. There we go. Lovely. Nice. Now we have our gaps up. Right. So yeah, Mackenzie Thompson has a strong lead out in P1, followed by Yannick Koertz in P2. Thierry Fazeo is hunting him down in P3, followed by Richard, followed by Diego, followed by Edward Warnders, Simone Ziglio, Ray Bradford, and Icebrand Stopper. And P9 there for Icebrand. So yes, that is the order at the moment. Thierry Fazeo is clinging on to Yannick. Yannick hasn't been here too long, but in the races he has been here, he's been pretty bloody dominant. So there is that to account for. But Thiago's doing very well to keep up with him. He's into turn 4 now. Less than a second between them. Red Bull Ring does have quite a few opportunities to overtake. However, doesn't mean it's easy. Because it certainly isn't. However, Richard Warnders is even closer to Thiago than Thiago is to Yannick. So this could be a pretty interesting battle here. Between, this is the fight for second place at the moment. Well, technically, very much the fight for third place. But second place is also on the cards here for the guys. So, let's see what they can do. Richard Warnders really eating up the curb there at the final corner. It's kind of what you have to do. That is kind of the line to take. By the looks of it. They extend out as far as they dare into turn 1. That is completely legal, so they're allowed to do that. But yeah, as they go down now through turn 2, which isn't really a turn, but anyway, down to turn 3, which is actually a turn. Slamming the brakes down from about 100 and probably 80 mile an hour. As once again they accelerate again, and in the background we have Diego with his push to pass on. Richard Warnders turns on his push to pass. 6 and 7 push to passes respectively for them. Strangely enough, everyone isn't. Always Richard Warnders gets a bit of a slide there going into turn 4. That allows Diego to get even closer to him. Grabbing both the front wing cam there with Diego. Let's see what happens to him. You can see he's just understeering a little bit from the dirty air ahead. Let's see, can Richard Warnders follow through? Can Diego follow Richard? The final corner, Richard gets a bit of a snap there, allows Diego to go get him. Going down to turn 1, here we go. Oh, with a bit of contact! As they go off. Bloody hell, that sends Richard straight off. And almost pretty much to the back of the grid. That is not good for the championship, unfortunately. Let's see how that plays out and things, but that is certainly not going to help Richard Warnders' championship hopes here today. Bloody hell. That was unfortunate, Diego there. I don't know whether he's going to get it. Diego actually spins it himself. So I suppose, I don't know if that was about from Diego, but yeah. They must both have quite a bit of front wing damage. Oh well, Diego must have front wing damage. Richard must have rear wing damage, I'm assuming, from that collision, but we'll see what goes. I don't know, let's see how things shape out here, but it means Edwards up to P4, which means he will get a few points. And of course Richard and P8 will get 0 points. So that's not great for Richard in his pursuit of Edward there in the championship. That ain't ideal. Where's the battles at the moment? The battles are really... There's a good battle there between Icebrand and Rain Bradford here for P6. Oh, why is that me? Sorry. Board cam, press the F3 there. Lovely. No one is using the push to pass, really. I mean, there's only, there's 8 minutes 25 seconds left. There's still, there's not that much left in the race, and the lap is short. So, I mean, people aren't really using the push to pass as readily as I thought. But listen, that could be the strategy. It could be a strategy that I don't actually know about. So, listen, I'm only guessing here, but what I do not have to guess about is Simone Ziglio is right on the back now of Edward Warnders for P4 in this race, in the sprint race. But things could get pretty interesting from here. As we go through the fast corners in the middle of the lap. Going down now to the final 2 corners. Pretty much almost flat out, I think. Give or take. Oh, a bit wide there for Simone, but he keeps it on. Only half a second now between Simone Ziglio and Edward Warnders. However, Richard is in the background. He is not giving up. He's right there at the very back of the picture. It's more than now only 4/10 of a second. Oh, as Rain Bradford spins out completely there. Well, that's not great for Rain. Hopefully he can get back on. He's very unfortunate once again. Rain Bradford and his luck have not been the best of friends, him and Luck this season so far, unfortunately. But anyway, here goes Simone Ziglio and Edward Warnders down to turn 4. Can he make the move? By the looks of it, yes he can. And up to P4 for Simone. Very well done from him. Can Edward hang on now? That is the question. Simone Ziglio has fantastic pace these last few races. And by the looks of it, he's looking like... Oh my god, who was that? Thiago! Thiago spun off! Completely. Well, that's awful for Thiago, but it doesn't move Richard up a place. So he will be if he stays sixth, he'll be staying on pole position here. Diego gets past Thiago there. Jeez, what's happening to these guys? They're spinning out all over the place. Well, I mean, I think we have very high track temperatures, so that could also be playing a role. Edward Warnders has fallen off the back here of Simone a little bit, 8/10. Simone is pushing pretty hard now. 5 minutes and 55 seconds left to go in this race, so you know anything can happen, and anything has happened so far. We've had loads of position changes, loads of spins, loads of few contacts here and there. You know, things happen all the time in racing. You know, you never know what could happen, and you know, things happen. So, you know, I mean, the championship order at the moment as it stands, before this race, Edward Warnders had 131 points and Richard had 125, so a 6-point gap. Edward will be scoring 4 points and Richard will be scoring 1 point, so the gap will grow between them. Not substantially though, so you know, anything's possible. Edward Warnders runs wide there. Unfortunate for him, but no track cuts, that's the main thing. Speaking of Richard though, he's gaining on Icebrand really quickly now. Into turn 1, 8/10 of a second. He's trying his very best to minimize that gap in points between himself and his brother. It's almost like if Michael and Ralf Schumacher had actually fought. This is kind of what we're looking at now. Michael and Ralf Schumacher, but instead it's the two Warnders, and could have been an interesting time, but we never saw it in real life, but we're seeing it now in virtual racing, should I say. So yeah, it's pretty good. Right, in turn 4 now. 1 second now, the gap has grown slightly between Icebrand and Richard. Richard desperately needs to get past Icebrand to get an extra point here, so that the gap is minimized between himself and his brother. Through the quick technical section in the middle of the lap. 4th or 5th gear through both of those corners. We're right on board for a sec there. Slight lift, then a downshift to 4th, throw it in. And Richard now is right on the back of Icebrand with 3 minutes and 53 to go. So about 3 laps left in it, give or take. Icebrand does make a mistake, allows Richard to have a better exit. They're pretty much side by side going up to turn 3. Up to turn 3 they go. Richard has made the move, but he's gonna maybe get the switcheroo, use the push to pass. But no, he does not make the move actually. He lets Iceman live for another day. Apologies, it's only just me commentating. I don't know where Nicholas has gone, but he still isn't back. But here we go, Richard into the middle sector of the lap. You just have to kind of cling on for these corners. You can't really overtake here. Just kind of have to settle behind. Let's see now down to the final few corners with Richard Warnders. Throw it in. Hope it sticks. And indeed it does. Right, 2 minutes 40 to go. About two or three laps maybe at a stretch. Richard Warnders gets a much better exit there. Stay in the slipstream, Richard. Choose your moment. Potentially even get the switch back. But he can't do it. He can't do it. I think Richard would rather start on pole position for the next race than get the extra lap this race, potentially. I'm just guessing, but it could be the truth. I'm not too sure. I said that is a complete guess. But yeah, I mean, Icebrand is holding on well. I mean, 0.8 of a second. 8 tenths of a second gap, 9 tenths, and he goes very wide there. That was close. I'll tell you though, Mackenzie Thompson has just taken that P1 and he's never really looked back. He's flying out there in that first Mackenzie. Looks like there's going to be one more lap after this one. So this is the penultimate lap now. As Richard is trying to gain here on Icebrand. Can he do anything? We're looking at the rear wing camera. Looking back from the rear wing of Icebrand stopper in P5. Here comes Richard. Can he do anything about it? No, he doesn't. He just stays behind again. As I said, I think he'd rather be on pole position for the next race than get an extra point this race. You can get more points for the feature race than you can if he gets one more position in the 6th to 5th. There's only one point. It's nothing substantial. So that's what I think Richard is trying to do. Unfortunately, Alex Cotto disconnects from the session. Unfortunately for him. Right, this is crucial now. Richard Warnders will know all about it now. If Richard really wants to get P5, he's going to do it. If he doesn't want it, he'll hold back. Let's see what he does. Well, he doesn't look to be holding back for me. Here we go, down into turn 1. Gets a bad line. So allows Icebrand to fight a few more corners. We're on the final lap now. Does Richard go for it? He doesn't. However, does he get the switch back? No, he doesn't. So Icebrand appears to be holding on. I'm going to switch to Mackenzie Thompson for a sec though. Then Bradford gets a 3-second for cutting. Mackenzie Thompson, few more corners to go and he wins the sprint race. So let's see. Let's not jinx him just yet. 2 corners to go. Does he survive? One more corner. And Mackenzie Thompson comes across the line to win the sprint race from Yannick Toarts. Well done to Mackenzie. And Yannick finishes P2. Simone Ziglio. Quite a distant P3, but well done to him. Edward is even more distant P4, but hey ho. Followed by Icebrand Stopper. Richard Warnders, and there's Diego in the background. There's oh my god, does Richard get it? Just as the line, he doesn't. Richard just missed out on P5. That means that Richard will be starting the next race first on pole position as the top 6 reverse. This could get pretty interesting for the next race. But yeah, so pretty interesting sprint race there. And yeah, feature race is next as per usual, top 6 reverse. So Mackenzie will be 6th, Richard will be 1st, and everyone in between will be swapped. So yeah, guys, that has been the sprint race. It's been pretty fun. And hopefully the feature race will be just as good. But we will see you very shortly for that, guys. We'll be right back. See you soon.
VPN to protect your online activity. Safeguarding your identity and data is as important as ever, and NordVPN's threat protection feature can guard you from malware, ads, malicious sites, and trackers. NordVPN allows you to virtually place yourself in over 59 countries worldwide with access to over 5,500 servers, all while maintaining purple sector speeds over the competition. NordVPN also provides extra features compared to other similar services such as no bandwidth or data limits, highest industry speeds, allowing 6 simultaneous connections, and no data logging. Also interested in password management or cloud data storage? Well, NordPass and NordLocker have you covered there too. Check out NordVPN using our link nordvpn.com/AFR with a no-risk 30-day money-back guarantee and use code AFR to get 1 month extra free. Is driven by NordVPN, the leading VPN to protect your online activity. Safeguarding your identity and data is as important as ever, and NordVPN's threat protection feature can guard you from malware, ads, malicious sites, and trackers. NordVPN allows you to virtually place yourself in over 59 countries worldwide with access to over 5,500 servers, all while maintaining purple sector speeds over the competition. NordVPN also provides extra features compared to other similar services such as no bandwidth or data limits, highest industry speeds, allowing 6 simultaneous connections, and no data logging. Also interested in password management or cloud data storage? Well, NordPass and NordLocker have you covered there too. Check out NordVPN using our link nordvpn.com/AFR with a no-risk 30-day money-back guarantee and use code AFR to get 1 month extra free.
And greetings all, we are back for the feature race, the second last feature race of the season, might I add. So this is the second last opportunity for the drivers to get those 25 points for a race win. Richard Warnders hopes to be the man to do that today though, so we can close up the championship gap to his brother Edward Warnders. It's a very close fight between the two brothers here for the championship. And Richard hopes that he can win, and hopefully Edward finishes as far down as physically possible as far as Richard is concerned, I bet. But yeah, it's going to be interesting. Interesting one. 15 seconds left to go. The lights are coming on very shortly indeed. I'll remember to go back to pits now in a second. The lights are on. 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights, 6 lights. And it is lights out, and away they go down to turn 1. Richard gets a pretty good start actually, as the driver go down to turn 1 now. Let's see, does Richard maintain the lead? By the looks of it, yes. Yes, he does indeed. Right. Let me just teleport back to pits very quickly. Get back on board with him. So Richard Warnders maintains the lead down to turn 1. However, that is his brother in P2 slipstreaming him down into turn 3. Up the inside goes Iceman Stopper. Does he hold it? They are side by side here. Him and Richard, the two Dutchies. The top 3 are Dutch. This is pretty interesting. This could be F1 in a few years. Nick de Vries as well. But yeah, down to turn 4 now we go. Richard just holds on. Richard's going to be desperate to get that place from Iceman back as soon as physically possible. But yeah, through the technical middle sector they go. Edward just needs to stay with it. As Yannick Coates is in the background as well. This could be a pretty interesting race if everybody keeps 4 wheels on the black stuff. Richard is right on. He's still right on the rear wing of the top 5, 6, 7 are actually all really close. This is different. Please, mate, stay like that. But yeah, so into turn 1 we go on lap 2 out of 29. Plenty of racing left to go. Is that Alex Cotto? It is indeed, who spins out there. One of the Wild Things Racing once again takes a casualty. But down into turn 3 we go. Richard Warnders keeps on the back of Icebrand, who actually keeps ahead there. Does he get a good exit? He does. Not a bad exit, all things considered. Here we go down into turn 4. Richard goes a bit deep there. But he's right on the back of Icebrand now. He's right there. Bit of understeer there mid-corner. That's going to hurt him. Well, the top 5 are glued to each other. Even the top 6, actually, technically. They're all like a second off each other. It's unbelievable stuff here we're witnessing. Down into the second last corner. Down into the last corner. Richard Warnders is still right on the back. He goes a bit wide there. That could be his first track limit warning of the race. Down into turn 1 we must go here. Brakes early, tries to get the better exit, and it absolutely works for Richard. He goes on the softest curb a little bit. That will have slowed him down. Push the pass enabled for Richard. Down to turn 3. Can he make the move? By the looks of it, yes he does. Up into first place goes Richard once again. But he goes deep. And all the hard work he's done has been undone completely. And of course he'll have no push the pass to defend himself with. And his brother get him now. This is going to be bad for the championship for Richard. If his brother can get him. Richard breaks a bit later. Edward almost touches him, but they keep it on the road. Bloody hell, that was close. Mackenzie and Yannick Coates are really close together now, going into the technical section in the middle of the lap. Yannick just stays ahead here. And who's that in the background? Rain Bradford. He is not out of the fight yet either. If he can just hold it on the black stuff, Rain Bradford could do very well this race indeed. He gets a good run on Mackenzie down to the final 2 corners. Bit of understeer there mid-corner. There goes Rain. He gets a pretty good exit though on Mackenzie, so let's see what they can do. But yeah, Jesus, the top 6, this is a very competitive field today, I must say. Here, once again, Richard Warnders now right on the back of Iceman Stopper. Pure slipstream, here we go. Down to turn 3. Is he just going to let him go get the switcheroo, maybe? Yeah, switcheroo back now. Yeah, that's exactly it, Richard. Well done, mate. Now use your push to pass. Maybe he doesn't. Maybe he doesn't need to. It's pure slipstream. Can he do it? Can Richard do it? Down to turn 4. Around the outside, Richard makes the move. Up into P1 for Richard Warnders. This is exactly what he needs now. He needs to run away now, does Richard. Run far away. Richard desperately needs to stretch his advantage now on his brother. His brother's in P3. This is a fantastic advantage Richard has been given. If Iceman can just maintain this pace, this will be very good. We're only on lap 4 to 29 though, so there's plenty of racing still to go here in the Red Bull Ring. But look at this snake of cards. Look at them. They're all right here. This is absolutely fantastic stuff. Red Bull Ring is absolutely pulling off a fantastic race by the looks of it at the moment. Yannick Coates following Edward Warnders right now. Half a second in it. Does Iceman Stopper get back past Richard? Oh, and he spins! There's a bit of contact there. That could have just been a set of course of physics by the looks of it. But Edward now gets a run on his brother. Richard and Edward side by side and get a better camera angle on it. Oh, is that Yannick Coates as well? It's almost 3 wide. And Richard maintains the place. Oh my god, that was incredible stuff. Wow, it was almost 3 wide on turn 4. Oh my god. That was insane stuff, that was. Wish Nicholas would get back so we could watch this. Here we go. Mackenzie now is getting a fantastic run on, and Yannick now. Down to the final 2 corners. Does he make the move? He doesn't, not yet, but Rain Bradford's just there in the background. There's so much to come now, I can't even choose what to commentate on. And Simone Ziglio is in the background as well. What is going on? Oh, his Rain Bradford gets a lot of wheel spin there, and that allows Simone to get past him. Another small mistake for Rain, cost him big there. So you have Richard Warnders, followed by his brother, followed by Yannick, followed by Mackenzie Thompson, then Simone Ziglio, then Rain Bradford. There is still quite a lot of action to be had here for the final, what's that, 23 laps? There's a lot of racing left to go here, guys. As we've seen so far in this race, it's far from over. Through the middle section now. Richard is trying to extend his gap as much as physically possible over his brother here. He knows he can get a good amount of points to claw back the championship advantage that his brother has over him at this current moment in time. A bit of a wiggle there through the final corner for both of them. 12.4 for Richard. That is a quick lap. 12.2 for Yannick. An even quicker lap here, but he's too far back to do anything really. Have Yannick and Mackenzie are right on the back of Edward here. Edward has 2 drivers in his rearview mirror that are very close to him. Mackenzie, especially to Yannick, they're almost rear wing to rear wing at the moment. Actually, they're side by side, not even rear wing to rear wing, but my apologies. As down to turn 4 they go. Oh, bit of contact, slight bit of contact there. But nothing, no damage done and no massive incidents. They're getting close but fair. side by side. Oh, bit of snap from Yannick. That slows them both up, allows Simone to be right on the back of them. Oh my god, that was close. What that does allow is Edward to have a bit of breathing room now. He can chill out for a bit and just focus on his brother ahead. Which is what he needs to do, really. So yeah, the position for the final, the battle for the final podium position is pretty bloody interesting at this current moment. We have Yannick Coates, Mackenzie Thompson, and Simone Ziglio all fighting for the final podium spot. As we see them weaving on the straight, trying to break that slipstream. Very smart move to do. Slipstream is very powerful around here. Good exit there from Mackenzie. Bit of slipstream, the old-fashioned way. Dragging him in down to turn 4. Can he do anything about it? Get the switch back maybe? No, seems pretty equal. Ron Ziegler just tucks behind both of them. Swanee gets a nice run through there. He makes up time with Mackenzie. Just understeer there from Dirty Air. There's not much you can do about it, unfortunately. Oh, very wide there from Simone. Don't know if that's a track cut, but... Oh my god! Richard! Oh my god, Richard! What happened to Richard Warnders? No way, he's falling back! No way! He made a mistake! No! Oh my god, that's not fun. He must have had a massive accident. Just on his own, I'm assuming. But yeah, that's undone all his amazing work. Oh my god. There's no way. These things happen in racing though. These things happen all the time. Oh, very unfortunate there for Richard. But I suppose what can you do? These things happen. Just kind of have to get on with it. It looks like Richard has monumental damage right now. Because he's completely fallen off the back of Simone, Mackenzie and Yannick. He's 1.8 seconds now. He's losing all the time. He must have had a massive incident. Oh, that's such a shame there for Richard. Listen, you might be going straight to the pits, I think. Yeah, by the looks of it. Well, we'll hop aboard one of these battling guys. Richard is out of it for the moment. Very unfortunately. That looked like it was going to be a fantastic battle for the championship there. It's not over though, you know, something can happen. And he gets a 10 second for speeding. Oh, it gets worse for Richard. He's going to have a big repair there. So yeah, here we go. I mean, all that Richard can hope for is that his brother makes a mistake now. That cost him some points. Yeah, pretty insane. Not gonna lie. I mean, yeah, it was looking like Richard was gonna make a serious push for the championship, but then stuff happens, you know, and that happened. I mean, we're not even halfway through the race yet, so once again, there's still a lot of potential battles that are gonna, you know, heat up and spice up the race. Yeah, so we have Yannick, Mackenzie, and Simone once again all in a line. Oh, as Mackenzie, yeah, it's like Yannick spins there. That allows Mackenzie and Simone to get past him. Yet another mistake here in this race for these guys. Oh my god. They're all making mistakes today. Seems like this racetrack is very, very tough and very punishing on tires. Yeah, oh my god, that is not ideal. Yeah, as I said, all Richard can hope for now is that Mackenzie and Siglio get past Edward. Whether Edward spins and makes a mistake on his own, or, you know, they're just faster than him. Richard is desperately hoping, I'm assuming, that Edward is not first by the end of the race. But yeah, I mean, oh my god, absolute scenes here at the Red Bull Ring. She's down into the final few corners. Now Simone is hanging on to Mackenzie here. Both these drivers are insanely fast. And you're only 1.2 off Edward Warnders in the back, so at the very front of the field, should I say. So they're gaining. A 12 flat from both of them. And a 12.6 from Edward. That is not going to keep him in P1 for much longer. Edward is going to have to 100% put the foot down. Simone now. Simone and Mackenzie, 7/10 between them. Just 1 second now between Mackenzie and Edward. As you can see at the bottom of the screen. The gap in real time there. Yeah, Simone, Edward, Mackenzie and Simone. Potentially even Yannick if he goes quick enough. Any one of them can win. They're all extremely fast. Ryan Bradford, I think, has had an accident or something that allows Iceman to get past into P5. Yeah, very unfortunate there for those guys. Massive, just accidents constantly almost, it seems. For all the drivers. Don't really know why, don't really know what's going on with them. Maybe the tyres are getting too hot and they just spin. That could very much happen. Yeah, 8/10 now between Mackenzie and Ziglio. Mackenzie is getting closer to Edward and he's just pulling Simone along with him. While Simone, I'd stay behind, just get dragged along. And then as they both get close to Edward, then go. Then make a move. And with that not great exit, there's anything that can happen, I suppose, but yeah. Mackenzie has dropped back off the back of Edward now a little bit, 1.1 seconds. Simone is pretty much perfect on his positioning. Very neat, very tidy. All things considered here. We're almost halfway through the race now, lap 13 out of 29. Almost lap 14 now. Final few corners. .112 flat. Yeah, Edward's got his mojo back by the looks of it. He's setting good times again. And Mackenzie has gained within a second. He's under 8/10 now at the moment. But can he do it? That is the question. Can he do it? Well, I mean, he's only 3/10 behind now, so he's gained a lot in that one corner alone. Old-fashioned slipstream down to less than 3/10. Mackenzie is absolutely getting a shift on here. Exactly what Richard Warnders is hoping for, I bet. Thiago Fazeo disconnects. Very unfortunate for Thiago. He just gets a 3 second for cutting. Very unfortunate there. Okay, looking back from the rear wing camera of Edward Warnders, we can see Mackenzie Thompson and Simone Ziglio in the background. They're right there. They're not leaving him alone. Edward is trying to break the slipstream as best as he can. Good exit there through as Ziglio gets past Thompson. Ziglio makes a move for Thompson into second place. Very good. Oh, but in contact! And they spin into each other! No way! And that's Ziglio out, and that means Yannick can get packed past now. Oh my god. And somebody gets his 3 second for cutting. Oh my god. Oh my god, it gets worse. Wow. Bit of over-reliant on the throttle from Simone. Spins him into Mackenzie. So they both have obviously a slight bit of damage to that, I'm assuming, which means Yannick now could be in pretty good contention to win this race. Well, may not to win it, but certainly get into second. I mean, look at the gap. 9/10 already. He's just falling away. Look, 9/10 there. It's going to be under 8 now. Yeah, 8/10. There we go. 7. Yeah, Yannick is absolutely flying now. Never discount Yannick. 11.4. That's quick. That could be the quickest lap we've seen all session. That is absolutely rapid. Already 0.6 of a second between them. And Yannick has 8 push to passes. Yeah, Yannick is absolutely flying at the moment. Correct camera angle. As we go now, down to turn 4, down to turn 5 and 6 for 2 left-handers. Half a second gap. Yannick is looking likely to get that second place. Now, whether he'll be able to get first is another question, but let's see. And as I said, I'm sure Richard Warnders would love to see Yannick win the race, very much indeed. Oh, Yannick gets a bit of a snap there, but he keeps alive. Six tenths, about 0.6 of a second. That's where the slipstream starts to kick in these cars. So he should be able to get dragged along just by pure slipstream, I think. 7/10, he's dropped off slightly. Mackenzie might be running a lower wing setting. That could help him a bit. But yeah, 2.1 now between Edward Warnders and Mackenzie Thompson. Yeah, oh my god, so yeah, that is not gone. As I said, it's a race of kind of two perspectives. From Edward Warnders' perspective, a gift from God has opened up, and then from Richard Warnders' perspective, it's all just gone to hell, really. Yeah, P8 when your brother's in P1 and you're fighting him actively for the championship. That is not fun, I'll tell you. An 11.4 for Simone Ziglio. Simone is pushing big time now himself, so this is getting interesting. Lap 18 out of 29, 11 to go. Tyre wear must be having an effect now at this stage. It must be starting to have some sort of an effect, I'd imagine. Can Yannick? Mackenzie's getting closer to Edward though, so Edward is not safe by any means. And there's Simone then in the background, getting closer, even on himself, you know, getting closer all the time. So let's see, can he close in? Guys, I'm about to do something. Hopefully this will make it go black. If it does, apologies, but if it goes black for a second there, guys. But no, it does not. Fantastic. So yeah, down, and we are now at the start of lap 20, 19 now even. 10 to go. And 11.3 for Simone. Simone is absolutely flying right now. Here comes Yannick. Yannick gets the switch back. What can Yannick do now? Buried deep in the slipstream of Mackenzie Thompson. Can he get it to work? And on the outside maybe? Switch to the inside maybe? No, he has to stay back again. He has to stay back another lap and hold back. All this battling is allowing Edward to get away though. Final few corners. Once again, Yannick is really close and he almost loses it. That's going to allow Simone to get a fantastic run in him though. But yeah, so that has spread out Yannick and Mackenzie a bit, and Mackenzie doesn't seem to have the pace to catch Edward. It's good, anything can happen. 1.9 and 1.8. As I say that, he's gotten closer, so maybe I shouldn't say anything. Here we go. So, the battle for second is looking pretty good. Simone, Yannick, and Mackenzie all in contention for the battle for second place. Or if all three of them get enough of a shift on here, it could be the battle for the win, potentially. If Edward only has to make one mistake, one big enough mistake, and he's in fourth. So, on to lap 20 we go. 1:12.2 for Edward, 1:11.8, and 12.1. Wow, yep. Edward needs to pick up the pace a bit more than that if he wants to win this race by the looks of it. Turn 3 we go. Looking back at the rear wing camera of Yannick Coates at Simone Ziglio in the background. You can see that Simone is just clinging on pretty well. Speaking of clinging on, Edward is he's now just a second in front now. So Mackenzie's gained like a second in this lap alone by the looks of it. So that mistake I was talking about, guys, Edward might have made it, potentially. Let's see what the lap times say. 1 minute 12.5, 11.6, 11.7, 11.5. Edward made some kind of error because Mackenzie's right on him now. Edward needs to start making these errors. 6/10 now. Yeah, okay, this is getting close now. The battle is, this is now this is no longer a battle for second. This is a four-way battle for first. So let's see how this turns out. And around as Mackenzie Thompson, Yannick Coates, Simone Ziglio. They can all see the first place, 25 points. But who's going to get there in first? I bet you Richard Warnders very much hopes it's not his brother. That's for sure. Because that would be bad for the championship. Very wide there for Edward. Edward's using all the track and even more to keep in front. I wonder, what's the tyre situation like? I wonder how the tyre wear is. You know, I mean, we've done 23 laps. There's only a few laps left to go. The tyres must be in serious pain right now. Here's another thing I need to touch on. Edward has 5 push to passes left. Mackenzie, 2 left. So that is very interesting. So Mackenzie only has 2 to go. And then he's out of push to passes. Whereas Edward can almost use 1 a lap pretty much. Which he probably will. That could be the deciding factor in this race. Push to passes. Without a push to pass, it's possible to get past, but, you know, good luck. So let's see here now, down to the final 3 corners. Simone and Yannick are right in the background. 4 tenths, 5 tenths. They're all pretty bloody close. 7 tenths, 11.6, 11.6, 11.2 for Yannick. Edward has put in the good lap. He is pumping in the good laps again now, as Edward Warnders. He's absolutely desperate to stay ahead. Here goes Yannick. Down into turn 3. And he gets the switch back. Oh, yes, he can. Yannick Coates. Can he do it? Let's see down into turn 4, sorry. Yannick goes down the inside. He sends it. And he's up into second. Well, that's great news for Yannick. Bad news for Edward because Edward has to run big time now because Yannick doesn't have the push to pass for him. In fact, Yannick has more than Edward does. Yannick is on a charge. We know from the last few races that Yannick is quick. And Edward will know that as well. Edward will know that very bloody well. So lap 24 out of 29, guys. Here we go. A few laps to go now. 25 even. Started 25. Yeah, I started lap 25. 4 laps to go now. Can Yannick do anything? Pretty much perfect exit for Yannick. He's using his push to passes now, and he has one more than Edward does. It goes for a very nice late brake maneuver there. 4/10. Well, it's now Edward's turn to sweat. Here we go. 4/10 in it. But Edward's in clean air, whereas Yannick has to run in the dirty air. It's not that bad for these cars, but it still does exist, and it will be hurting Yannick's downforce and his tyres the longer he has to sit in it. Here we go, on to lap 26 now. The battle for the lead is well and truly on between these two. Here we go, down into turn 3. Edward has slightly extended his advantage. Yannick just needs to hold with him. He needs to hold on. Edward is going to have to pick and choose now which lap he doesn't use the push to pass on because he does not have enough left. Yannick does. Yannick can use one for the final 3 laps. Oh, and Edward's going to have to choose which one he doesn't use, which lap he doesn't use to push the pass on. This could get very interesting indeed now. Because whatever lap he chooses, he's going to be under serious threat from Yannick. Yannick got a perfect exit there already. Down to turn 1, does he go? Down the inside. Yannick makes the move. And he gets it into first. Yannick pulled off the move. However, Richard is using his push to pass. Sorry, Edward is now using his push to pass. He's going to make that place back by the looks of it. That was the wrong move to do that. However, he's not done. Yannick is not done. Does he keep the position? He does indeed. Yannick keeps first. However, Edward is not finished with them. He's going to be relying on old-fashioned slipstream now. Oh. He got close. Here we go. Final few laps now. Lap 27 out of 29. 2 to go after this one. Look at the top 4. They are so close together. This is absolutely insane. Yannick, all Yannick has to do is keep his head on. Mackenzie's right there. Mackenzie's right on him. Mackenzie goes down the inside. Mackenzie gets the place. Ziglio's going to have a nice run now. Simone Ziglio. Simone's going to have a nice run on both of them. However, Edward has that push to pass. He's going to get the move back. Down the inside goes Mackenzie. Oh, but a contact there. He pushes there. Oh, Edward's lost 2 places. What's going on there? Edward's lost 2 places now. I did not see that. Apologies. What has gone on? As Ziglio and Thompson fight once again. As Mackenzie Thompson takes the place. However, Simone is not done yet. Please, guys, keep it fair. And Simone gets second. These places are changing all the time. What is going on? This means that Yannick is going to have a very nice run to the finish potentially here. Edward is just going to have to hold behind. And here's the thing. Simone has one push to pass left. He can defend all he wants now. There's nothing Mackenzie can do. Watch this. Mackenzie, he'll try to get into the slipstream. But Simone is just going to pull away from him now to push the pass. There's nothing Mackenzie can do now. He just has to hold it. Yeah, nothing really he can do there. As Rain Bradford gets a 3-second for cutting over to the race director can acknowledge that. Or at least he might have seen it himself. Beyond pointing out these penalties. Right, so here we go. Final lap. The battle for third place is on. Between between Mackenzie and Ziglio. Half a second in it. 2 corners to go. Yannick Coertz has 1 corner to go. And Yannick Coertz wins the feature race. Well done to him. Simone just holds on. And Mackenzie just holds on from Edward. What an amazing end to the race there for the top 4. My God, that was good stuff. Oh, wow, that was good. So yeah, Yannick is your winner, followed by Simone, followed by Mackenzie, then Edward. Which means that the damage that Richard's bad race has been minimized. Ish, somewhat. So yeah, thankfully, the damage has been minimized for Richard there, but yeah, it all went wrong for Edward at the end there. I don't know what was wrong. Maybe damage. Maybe the tires just couldn't take it anymore. I'm not too sure, but what a race that was. Fantastic, fantastic stuff there. But yeah, let me just spectate my own car there, and yeah, let's just see if anyone wants to get an interview, because that was absolutely fantastic stuff. That was absolutely fantastic. But yeah, what a race. Consistent battles up and down. Well, not up and down the field, but consistent battles in the top 4. That was fantastic stuff. Genuinely, that was absolutely fantastic. And yeah, I certainly enjoyed it. But yeah, I'm waiting for anyone to come into interview rating. Hopefully, people might want an interview after that, because that was an incredible race. That was. Yeah, Edward Warnders straight in. Right, let's get him in. Edward Warnders, hello. Not the best ending there, mate, but you still outscored your brother. So
yeah,
that's the main thing.
You're gonna hold up Yannick because he's just too fast. The other thing, well, that was, I don't know, I'd say dirty, but it happens.
Go on.
For me, it looked like he forced me off, and then, well, we both lost the position in the end, so he kind of just screwed himself and me over. But
yeah, well, the stewards will have a look at that. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I didn't really catch that. I was spectating the wrong car, but I didn't know she lost 2 positions in 1 corner, so I was like, what's going on with that?
Yeah, turn 3, he broke. I mean, it broke normal. He just, I don't know. For me, it felt like he just didn't, like,
he kind of did a Max Verstappen.
Like, yeah, he just hit my front wing and it forced me wide. And then,
bit of Charles Leclerc. Fair enough. Yeah,
it happens, but yeah. I'm still happy I scored the max amount of points that I could probably gotten today.
That's
knowing
fair.
The other drivers were fast.
Yeah, no, you did well. You did well.
Yeah, I was surprised I was even in the lead for so long.
well done about that, mate.
Yeah. Unfortunate for Richard as well today. I saw what happened, and it's not great.
It isn't, but it's still on, I think. I don't think you've won it just yet. So it's still on for Interlagos. Thankfully.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah,
Richard is still on. Yannick is fucking close, so
he is. Yeah, Yannick is gaining. Yannick is gaining all the time. So yeah, I don't know if I don't think he's even out of the championship yet. So yeah, keep one eye on your brother and one eye on Yannick by the sounds of it. Yeah, I
Man,
wish you
I'm gonna
best
go
of luck
fucking
for next
cross-eyed.
race in 2 weeks for the finale.
I'm gonna be cross-eyed at the end of this. Looking at everyone. But yeah,
Yep.
have a good one, guys.
Yeah,
was
I will
fun.
see. I will see you in a
enjoyed
bit,
it.
man.
See you in a bit.
See you in a bit. Right, let's get in the next interview. Let's see. Oh yes, right. Drag him in. Mackenzie Thompson, hello mate. Welcome.
Hello.
That was pretty interesting, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
It looked like a bit of fun, didn't it?
Yeah. I'm sure there's definitely people who have something to say about how I drove today.
Well, I mean, that turn 3 move looks a bit fishy, but things happen in racing, and that seemed to be one of those things.
Yeah, I had front wing damage for a lot of the race, and it
Yep.
was like just the front wing, so it was kind of hard to get it turned in at times.
Okay, well, I mean that has also been stated, so let's see if that makes the whatever punishment you get even slightly better potentially. But yeah, I mean, yeah, we'll see what happens. But I mean, good race. I mean, you did very well, good points. I mean, you have speed, so that's always a plus.
Yeah.
You can hang it out at the front, you can hang out with the boys at the front, so that is always impressive.
Yeah, thanks.
No worries, but man, I mean, hopefully we can see you in the finale in 2 weeks in Interlagos.
Yeah, hopefully can show something there.
Yeah, but Mackenzie, very well done today, and we hope to see you in 2 weeks, bro.
All right, thank you.
No worries, man. See you there.
All right.
Richard Warnders.
Hey boys.
Not a great ending, but I suppose it was made a little bit better that your brother finished 4th rather than 1st.
Yeah, I mean it is not entirely over yet, but
No, it isn't.
yeah, it was shit. I could have been like in the top. But yeah.
You could have been with those guys at the front.
Yeah.
What happened? I missed
it
your
was-
mistake. I'm assuming you made a mistake.
Yeah, I ran wide on the curb, and then the curb kind of upset my car, and
Yep.
I want to correct, but then it got grip again, so
Oh,
it turned the other way, and
Yep.
then I just hit the ball, and I had red front
Okay.
wing and red like yellow rear wing, so I had to pit for damage. I was so
yeah, we saw
undisturbed.
that. We saw that. Yeah, very unfortunate.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, very
that's part of
unfortunate. It is what it is, absolutely. But I mean, as I
Yeah.
said, your brother came 4th, not 1st, so your brother lost out. What was it, like 13 points that he could have gotten? So, that's I suppose
Yeah.
some good news.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we've seen the last race though.
We will.
What did Yannick get of point now?
I'm not too sure on that yet, but we will know very shortly after all the penalties got applied. What's the points like? We'll send it in Super Formula in the chat. But
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, Yannick is getting places. I don't think he's even out of it yet either. So we
Yeah.
shall see.
Yeah.
right?
Well, yeah, we'll see.
We will absolutely see. But yeah, I mean, Richard, it's not over yet. One last race to fight. If anything
Yes, sir,
happens to
yes,
your brother and if you win, you could win it.
Yes, sir.
So keep that in your head.
Let's see. Yeah, I'll just keep moving forward, and yeah.
Yeah, Chris, to make a point, Edward currently 155, Yannick 141, Richard 139.
Oh, wow. Yannick's actually overtaking you. Oh, my God. Okay, so it's actually a
Yeah.
3-way battle for the championship.
Yeah, it could be something in the last race.
Oh, my God.
So
Okay. well,
Yannick needs 14 points to tie, 15 to win.
Yep.
Richard, you need 17 to tie, 18 to win.
wow.
Over Edward, that is.
Over Edward.
I'll,
Yep.
I'll see, man.
Wow.
I'll see.
Okay, well, let's see how it goes. Yeah, this could be a very interesting final race here. But
Yeah,
if anything happens to Edward, both of you have a good chance to win this thing.
Yeah.
Just keep
well,
around the
we will-
road
we
and
will-
see what you can do.
We will see, man.
Well, Richard, we will see you in 2 weeks for the finale, mate. Unfortunate
I'll
race
see you
today,
in 2
but
weeks.
it could have been worse. It could have been worse.
Yes, indeed.
But yeah, mate, we will see you, dude.
Yeah, we'll see, man.
Have a good one, dude. I think we'll get one more. We will get Simone Ziglio. Simone, hello, mates.
No.
What is going on? Not
Yeah,
a-
that was
Pretty
that was
crazy.
interesting. Yeah, I got murdered 4 times into races.
Oh my God.
It was not nice.
Yeah, that's not nice. But I mean, hey, the battle at the end was fun.
Yeah, the overtake around the outside was nice.
That was
at
very
the end.
nice. That was very nice. I agree. Yeah, that was amazing. Absolutely. But I mean, hey,
Yeah.
I mean, good racing, and one more race to go now in Interlagos in Brazil. So, is that a good track for you?
I've never raced there, so I don't know.
Oh well.
I hope it will be.
Well, we're gonna find out in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
It's pretty similar to Red Bull Ring. It's quite a few fast corners and very high downforce. Only one, maybe two long straights, but the rest of them are really corner based. So we will see where it
we'll
goes.
see.
Yeah.
We'll see how it will go.
But man, I mean, Simone, I wish you best of luck for 2 races in 2 weeks' time at the finale. All I can say is best of luck and fantastic racing today, dude. You did very well.
Thank you.
But Simone, we will see you in 2 weeks, mate, and have a good one.
Yeah. See you.
See you, man. See you in a bit. But yeah, guys, that has been it. Unfortunately, it was only just me commentating today. Nicholas Shepard could not be here. He had other issues. But yeah, I mean, 2 amazing races. Sprint race was pretty good. Feature race was absolutely incredible. And yeah, that was it. Absolutely amazing racing from the top 4 today. Few moments, but it's racing. Things happen. And you can't really avoid that. But yeah, amazing racing. Great overtaking. Great battling. It was just overall pretty clean. I said 1 or 2 moments, but overall amazing stuff. But yeah, guys, the finale in 2 weeks' time. As the race director Nikodem Sazka said, it's a 3-way battle for the title. So hopefully you can join us in 2 weeks and watch that live, guys. But yeah, that has been it for me, Chris, and we will see you in 2 weeks' time. Bye-bye, guys. We will see you then.
Is driven by NordVPN, the leading VPN to protect your online activity. Safeguarding your identity and data is as important as ever, and NordVPN's threat protection feature can guard you from malware, ads, malicious sites, and trackers. NordVPN allows you to virtually place yourself in over 59 countries worldwide with access to over 5,500 servers, all while maintaining purple sector speeds over the competition. NordVPN also provides extra features compared to other similar services such as no bandwidth or data limits, highest industry speeds, allowing 6 simultaneous connections, and no data logging. Also interested in password management or cloud data storage? Well, NordPass and NordLocker have you covered there too. Check out NordVPN using our link nordvpn.com/AFR with a no-risk 30-day money-back guarantee and use code AFR to get 1 month extra free.